I feel like I am feeling a son relationship coming in to speak to a mother. So I feel that you are the mother of this man coming through. And I do want to refer to him as a man. I feel that he is. I feel that he is a. He was a grown man when he passed. Is what I'm feeling. What I'm picking up with him. He shows me a large funeral. A lot of people would have been there to say goodbye to him. I hear that he passed 2 years ago. We could go, I actually feel like we're coming up on a 2 year. Sorry. I think we're coming up on 3 years, actually, is what he's telling me. I think we're coming up on 3 years. So I think he's been gone about 3 years. Okay. This would have been a very sudden passing, and he would have left behind children. His son. So you understand, what I've given so far?
Yes.
You understand? Okay.
Yes.
Do you understand, as I'm connecting to him also, who is the J name?
His first name is John.
Okay. So you said it's John?
Yes.
Okay.
Or his daughter would be a J name.
Okay. But in terms of spirit, that would be his name.
Yes.
Okay. So I think that he's coming in. And you understand a lot of people, do you understand a lot of people coming to his funeral?
Oh, yes.
A lot of people, because he's telling me there were a lot of people there. Angie, why is he telling me that he's a pawpaw now?
Oh my God. His daughter had a baby.
After he passed?
Yes.
Okay. And so he would be like a grandfather now?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what he's telling me. He says that, and I believe the reason, so he wasn't a grandfather when he left the earth. Is that correct? He had
no.
Right. So I think that is his way of bringing through, because obviously we know that consciousness survives. And so we know that when somebody leaves the body, they are still able to be a part of our life and know what's going on. And, they keep tabs on us, and they pay attention to things. So he is telling me that he's aware of that. And he also was saying that he was, it's interesting, when he comes through, I get a very masculine energy from him. I want to say, he's kind of like, kind of like a guy's guy, but he was also extremely sensitive.
Yes.
And I feel like when I connect to this man, like if I met him, and just like, I don't know, if I met him on the street or something, my first impression might be, oh, this is like a guy's guy type of thing. But I feel like after I got to talk to him for a few minutes, I would be like, wow, he's actually very sensitive, very deep, very spiritual, actually. But I don't necessarily feel if you met him on the street and just saw him, you'd probably think, well, that guy is, you know what I'm saying?
You would think he was a tough guy, big macho guy, but
he wasn't. I don't feel like he was at all, actually.
Yeah. He wasn't. A big-hearted guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he's actually telling me that he was very, which is unusual sometimes for men, he's telling me that he was very open to the other side and what continues after death. And he says it's kind of weird, but you guys actually talked about this stuff.
Yes. I was hoping you would bring that up. Yes, very much so.
Me that you guys had, like, you actually, like, obviously not knowing he was going to be leaving, but you guys would talk about the afterlife and what do you think happened? And I feel like he's like, oh, I believed in it. I believe like there's a beyond here. Does that make sense?
Yes. It made so much sense.
Yeah. And so, he's very powerful for you on the other side. He's telling me that he does all sorts of things to send you signs, because you and him had a very powerful relationship. And also because he was very, because he was, very connected to so many different things. Have you had anything, because he's talking about this, but I want to ask you if you would have any, he's saying you guys did a lot of things together. It's almost kind of, he says you took trips, you would go places and things like that. Do you understand? I see him on the water. I feel that he was very connected. There was like, I don't think it was the ocean, but I feel there was a big lake that he loved to go to.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He was, you want me to tell you?
I almost wanted to say maybe it was one of the Great Lakes, but if it's
Yes.
not, yeah, okay, I was going to say, yeah, I think it's one of the Great Lakes. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a lake that looks big enough to be an ocean. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. And honey, can I ask you who Danny is?
That's my dad.
Danny. Okay, Dan. Yeah.
Or his son.
Okay, or his son. Uh-huh. And Angie, you'd understand that you see some of the kids sometimes, but you don't get to see them all. But there's a couple of the kids that you are close to. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if you would understand this, but I want to tell you, there's a gentleman in spirit that is showing me a farm or a big outside property. And he would be, I feel he was very close to you. And he had like a farm and he's with your son. I don't know who that would be. His name is Francis or Frank.
That's my grandpa, my mother's. Yes.
Yeah. Is he in spirit though?
Yes.
He must have had like a farm or some sort of.
Now I do know that that I've been told there was a farm from like the town, but now it's been gone for years.
Okay. And then I want, because I this could definitely be like, a long time ago. Can I ask you, I got a really strong vision of motorcycles, and I don't know if somebody would be connected to motorcycles or why I would be getting motorcycles.
My dad.
Okay. Dad still here?
Yes.
Okay. Was your son close to your dad?
Very much so.
Okay. That's what I think he keeps bringing him up because I was trying to figure out why he's referencing him, but I feel like if they were close, it makes sense. So just know that he's telling me that he actually is, he is around him a lot. And I don't know if if your dad sometimes feels him around and stuff.
Okay.
But he's telling me that he says I'm around him a lot and stuff. And he says that it's one of the things that he likes to do is really visit his family. And so he's saying that when there's important things going on in the family or things that things that you guys would do together or things like that, he'll actually, he's actually with you a lot and stuff. And
okay.
But I want to say when I connect to him, he says to me for you to keep talking to him. So I think that he really wants you. Like, I don't know if you actually literally will have conversations with him.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I just was right before you. I was like, come on, Mike, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just know, I feel like he is, he's wanting you to know that when you talk to him, and this is kind of proof of it, that when you talk to him, he does hear you. He is able to hear you and stuff. So he's around you a lot. And like I said, he's telling me that he tries to give you very profound signs.
Yes, he does.
I want to say, I don't know if he was your only child, but I feel that you and him had an extremely close connection.
Yes.
And it just feels like you guys, there was a bond there that was very, very strong. Yes. So.
Yes.